This is Biker Dad, brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Warning, warning, warning. This is not a show about motorcycles. Okay, it has some motorcycles in it. But deep down, it's really a show about people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities better, safer, and stronger. And people just doing crazy biker stuff too. This is Biker Dad.
Hi, my name is Chris Best, and I left my six-figure job to ride motorcycles and tell stories. You might be wondering how that's going. Well, this is how it's going. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Biker Dad TV show. We are on the Florida coast in the Tampa Bay area, and we have lots of cool stuff in store for you. First, we're going to Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Teutul Sr. himself, getting a personal tour of the really cool place they have down here and why they moved to Florida, and background on all this cool stuff you'll see right here. Plus, people who rock. I pity the fool who does not stick around for this segment. We have one of the coolest guys I've ever met, and he's a Mr. T TikTok star, and he's a biker, and he works at one of the coolest Harley Davidson dealers on the planet. You're gonna meet him and see my buddies have a little fun with the A-Team van. That's gonna be awesome.
I've been in the industry since I was 12 years old, and I just turned 40. So I said, now it's time to do it.
Something I'm really excited to tell you guys about, people down here doing the cool stuff and doing good for the community. We met the Bay Area riders, and they treated us like family instantly, made this whole trip worth the 12-hour ride down here. You're gonna meet them. But we're gonna start with the coolest thing we've done in quite a while. We're hitting the Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum, and we're doing it in style, first class, VIP, all access with Paul Teutul Sr. himself. Take a look. We are at Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum in Clearwater, Florida, and we have Paul Teutul Sr. here. Everybody knows who that is. If you're watching the show, you definitely know who Sr. is. And we just had an amazing time here last night. This is immediately one of my favorite places on the planet. So thank you for inviting us down here.
No, glad to have you guys.
For a few minutes.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
So just tell me about the move down here, or partial move down here, and how everything's going with y'all.
We're doing very well here. Yeah, people love it. You know, it's more of an experience. But yeah, I like it down here. My home is in Brooksville, so it's the country there, you know, and I have animals and stuff. But this location here is, you know, it's a perfect location. You got Bert's Harley Davidson dealership. I have a shop here, so yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. You know, we've only been here like 4 or 5 months, and so we're very happy with the outcome. You know, and we're fortunate. You know, we're doing really well. I think timing's everything, but yeah, good people.
Well, we're just looking for something to do on a rainy day, and looking for some local museums and things, and many are closed, they're not open anymore, and here we are.
That feels good, you know. Again, that's something that, you know, I'm not down here that long either, you know, and it's funny, you know, it's so cool to see the people that really appreciate it, and they're like, man, we really needed something like this, you know. So yeah, that's a good feeling. I think it's important, you know, it's like you gotta, no half measures, you got to do it right, you know, and I think Keith has a lot of experience, a lot more than me, in this business, and he's always done very well, and I think this is his baby. So, you know, he spends a lot of time here, and, you know, he's the guy that makes that part of the business happen. There's a lot of thought put into this. You got the pavilion out there, which is nice for bands, you know, and you know, I personally had no idea how this outcome was going to be. You know, it's 20 years of memorabilia. These bikes been on the show, so I didn't lay anything out. You know, I just put the 40-foot container down and just took a piece out at a time, and, you know, just placed it and replaced it, and, you know, I'm very proud of this wall here. First of all, it's a tribute to 9/11. You know, we were pretty close to. We were an hour. We're an hour and 15 minutes out of the city, so it's kind of our backyard. But you know, we built the bike, and you know, the firemen and everybody really appreciated it. And the next thing you know, they were bringing patches and helmets and, you know, a whole display of things that they shared with us. And you know, so I dedicated the whole wall. It's definitely the centerpiece, and you know, I think it means a lot to people that come in here, first responders, firemen, policemen, you know, the whole 9 yards, and they appreciate it. The patch wall is cool, but if you look, there's some really cool military bikes here too, and we support, I've been supporting military for quite some time, and you know, that's the same thing with the people here, Keith, you know, they really support military. So, you know, if you look at the bikes, Falling Heroes, and the original, that's the original jet bike that we did before the series. That was the first pilot bike. So, and I have my original up there, my original 1974 Harley I bought brand new in 1974. So that's been with me for a little while. I was during the Vietnam era. I delivered ammunition over there, and I really felt that it represents more than just the Vietnam War, but that was closest to my era, and I just felt that they got a real raw deal, and they deserve more recognition than that, and that was pretty much why I built that bike.
There's a lot of detail in that.
Yeah, the carburetor is the craziest thing, right? It's a fire hydrant. Yeah, that guy was brilliant that did that.
And the oxygen tank sitting there.
Yeah, you got the ladders, you got a siren, you got the, there's just about everything that's incorporated in a fire truck on there.
And most of us have seen this bike on TV, but when you see it in person, that's when you realize how just crazy it is. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's again, that's one of my favorite ones and most meaningful ones. You know, this was kind of like an offspring of the Black Widow bike. So, you know, the web features are something that we've done originally with the Spider-Man bike, and you know, I think it's a cool look. And the gas tank is in the fender.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a lot of thought put into that.
Yeah, so you guys had to build most of the stuff.
Yeah, we rolled it and welded it together. Yeah.
The powertrain and the frame pristine, and then they can finance it and warranty it as a Harley.
I just recently got a 3 bike built from one family. So the brand is still alive and doing really well after 20 years, and we do this dream bike that we've done. We're doing the second one. That part of the money goes to the SPCA, and raised a lot of money. And I'm also doing for Bert's Barracuda over here. I'm taking some of the new bikes and I'm putting a little OCC twist on them, having a good time with it. Some of the cool things down there is I have an animal wall with all my animals on it, very important to me. And families and friends is one of the walls, and you know, and then you go around the corner, there's a lot of the magazines that I've been on the cover, which is all the way down the other wall. So I tried to put as much of my stuff I could here, and kind of ran out of room a little bit.
Quite
you
a
know,
man cave.
Yeah.
Like you see, you have a lot more backed up.
You know, you put so much time and effort to it. You know that, you know, when it's all said and done, you're really proud of it, and more so happy to see people come in, people appreciate, enjoy themselves, and you know, it's an experience is what it is.
Biker Dad.
When you're on the road like we are a lot with Biker Dad TV, finding a nice clean bathroom is very important, and this one here at Orange County Choppers isn't just clean, it's really cool. Let me just make sure there's nobody in here. No, I think we're all alone. So I think they do this on purpose. They make you think that you gotta turn the throttle to make the water come out, but no, there's a giant sign right there in front of you, but you don't notice it because of the handlebars. Just put your hands under here like this. But other than the cool tank sinks and handlebars, the mirrors are fine as well.
This is Biker Dad.
I'd like to introduce to you Martha Harris, owner of Eagles Talon Motorcycles in Pensacola, and one of the most patriotic people you'll ever meet.
I'm a patriot through and through. I will not let you disrespect my flag.
Martha is a veteran, a retired firefighter, and one of the biggest supporters of our biker community.
I absolutely love the motorcycle community and the riders, and they make this all worth my while.
So please stop by and visit Eagles Talon for your leather, patches, apparel, and a whole lot more. Eagles Talon on Copter Road in Pensacola, one of my favorite places in the world.
If you love your bike but hate Swamp Ass, Breezy Rider is for you. For 27 years, I've been designing medical seating to protect the skin of people confined to wheelchairs. Now, after so many friends asking for help with their motorcycle seats, I've designed Breezy Rider. Breezy Rider actually enhances the look of your bike with its custom fit design, while the patented Still Air foam reduces vibrations that cause fatigue and pain, and you can actually feel air flowing underneath you, keeping you cool and dry.
There's a little place in downtown Mobile on the corner of Fat and Happy, and it's one of my favorites. Bob's Downtown Diner isn't just a great place to eat and home of the best French toast you'll ever eat. It's one of the best things you'll ever put in your mouth. It's also an important part of the community and not just the biker community.
I'm grateful, I'm grateful for the bikers that I meet from all over the country.
Bob's is a hot spot for bikers and very biker friendly, but it's also family friendly. I like to bring my kids here Sunday after church for brunch. Please visit my friend Tony Sawyer at Bob's Downtown Diner and check them out on the corner of fatandhappy.com. Cottonmouth Customs in Pensacola is building awesome bikes, and they're also building a reputation as one of the great bike builders. The shop in Pensacola offers custom bikes, service, and tons of used parts upstairs. The mini museum of beautiful vintage bikes is worth the visit alone. I want to personally thank Cottonmouth Customs for supporting the Biker Dad show and making our dream of riding motorcycles and telling stories possible. And look, even the Blue Angels approve.
This is Biker Dad.
Well, we rolled into Clearwater on Thursday night. It was dry, beautiful night for bike night, but Friday and Saturday are going to be a bit rained out. One of the cool things here, though, is at Burt's Barracuda Harley Davidson, they have one of the top riding courses in the whole country. And when it rains and there's a riding course, guess what? Look over here. You learn how to ride in the rain. You think you know about it. And that's what my class is.
Hey, Chris, did you and Carlos come back and learn anything about it?
Our Back on Two stories are brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
My name is Carlos Nemri. I'm the founder of Bay Area Riders and also Bay Area Riders Transporting. Bay Area Riders are a group that we started about 8 years ago. Growing up in the industry, seeing how different drivers treat motorcycles or whatnot, it made me wanting to start something different. And what I mean by different is not just dropping off a motorcycle to you. Since I grew up working at different dealerships, whether it be a boat, trike, side-by-side, jet ski, whatever, I do complete walkarounds with the customer and make sure the customer's all set before I leave them. Whether you're broke down on the side of the road or if a dealership needs a delivery, I'm there for them. So I'm a one-man show for now, but little by little, hopefully start to build the fleet, you know? A lot of guys are covered by AAA and all this stuff, but you have to wait 2 to 3 or 4 hours. And I've also had customers say, hey, the drivers won't allow us to go with them. I'm like, well, I'm definitely not gonna take your bike and leave you stranded, you know? So I bring them both, make sure they get home safe, man, and just keep it going, you know? You have to tie down the motorcycle the proper way, that's for sure. You know, when you see straps running across seats and stuff like that, it's like, you know, but just take your time is the main thing. Take your time, do it right, and treat it as if it was your own, you know? Yeah, that's what I do, and it's been working out great. I've done, I'd say in the past 12 months, over 500 transports on my own, so. And that's their baby, you know? It's our baby, you know how much we love our motorcycles, you know? Sometimes you just sit there, stare at it, wipe it down, whatever, but it's their pride and joy, you know? So you definitely want to take care of them for sure. I'm very thankful for all of the dealerships surrounding us, the opportunities that I've had presented to me. But I knew it was time to do something different. I've been in the industry since I was 12 years old and I just turned 40. So I said, now it's time to do it. My buddies, thanks to them pushing me, hey man, you know you got this, you know you got this, you know. They really gave me, my wife, you know, they all gave me a lot of energy to say, you know what, let me just jump for it, right? What's the worst that can happen? Just get up every day, go to work every day like I do all the time anyway. And it's been working out, man, almost 2 years later. So I'm very, very happy and thankful for it, for sure. Don't think about it, just do it. You know what I mean? A lot of times in life, we all sit back and say, should we do it? What's gonna happen if we do? I have all these bills, I have this or that. You're not gonna know what it's like until you make the jump and do it. Just to walk somewhere that you've never been to and get the love and people surrounding you. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. That's why with us, with our group, it's all about love, man. Love and fun, right? Doesn't matter what you ride, who you ride with, where you ride, it doesn't matter. We all come out to enjoy the same thing. You know, we love it, man. You love it, you love it. You know, it's our life. It's a big, big part of our life, So to be able to do this along with what we do, I mean, it's a dream come true.
Now, Biker Dad Show brings you people who rock.
I pity the fool that don't watch Biker Dad TV. Urgh. What's up, gang? How y'all doing? Mr. T Jr., Mr. Supreme T, what they call me online, man. You can find me on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook even, too. So, heck yeah. Or your Birch Barracuda. Love it to death, man. I love my Harley people, man. The best part about my job, man, is being able to serve those who served us and served our country, man. So, that's my favorite part about Harley Davidson, bar none. When COVID started a year ago, everybody, obviously, I look like Mr. T, so I just wanted to make people happy and put a smile on their face. So I left my sales job initially back in Tennessee and just spent the rest of the year just giving back to the community, giving back to less fortunate kids of the Boys and Girls Club. Did a couple of toy drives and a huge fundraiser and a toy drive in Christmas. And the van even comes into play. I've had the van over a year now. It was given to me actually by a follower of mine on social media who's seen the things I was doing. And when I made him an offer on it, because he had it for sale, he said, man, I've been following you for the last 6 months. I love what you do. I don't want your money. So he gave me the van so I can continue this journey, man. So it's nothing short of a blessing to be able to do this and make people happy when they see the van. And then, you know, then they see me. It's a whole sensory overload for most people, man. So it's hard being looking this good. I promise there was nothing going on in that. Sense of selling bikes, it's the selling bikes part. Anybody can walk in here and sell a Harley Davidson. The Harley logo sells itself. You know what I'm saying? Just super loving person. I love people, and I especially love my Harley people, man. Just they hold a special place in my heart.
Here's the Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson Bike of the Week.
Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson Bike of the Week.
It's time for the Biker Dad Bike of the Week, and for this one, we had to go outside because the sunshine is the only way you can really appreciate this beautiful blue chromed out beast. Jess is here with Harley-Davidson, with Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson, to tell us all about this bike. It's used, but barely, right?
Barely. It has 4,000 miles on it. This bike is set up, ready to go for 2 people to cruise. And it's got tons and tons of chrome detail.
So this is a 2018. And what model is it?
It's a Softail lowrider. The color is called electric blue.
And I hope DJ can capture the beauty of this blue. If you know me, I'm a blue freak. So I'm not really usually into chrome, but this is like a piece of jewelry. This is beautiful.
It's definitely for a person who pays close attention to detail. Now the Softails now, like from 2018 and up, they've all got that monoshock suspension. So if you haven't had the chance to ride, you know, a Milwaukee 8 or the new Softails, this bike is definitely worth taking a test ride.
Speaking of rides, let's get it out there on the road and see if it feels as good as it looks. Lots of pipes. And how it handles differently than any other bike. A minute to get used to it, but I think once you did, this would be a really fun bike to ride. Definitely gonna catch the eye at a show. This is definitely a showpiece. So if you're looking for a bike that's ready to take to the bike show and win first place, this is certainly one of those bikes. And it does ride really well too. Once you get used to it, the controls are set up a little different, the handlebars are a little different than what I'm used to. But once you get going, again, it's a smaller bike with this 114. It's got a Screaming Eagle Reinhardt pipe, so at least it's stage 1. And it has more chrome than Detroit in the 50s, like I said earlier. It's just a gorgeous bike.
This is Biker Dad.
There's a little place in downtown Mobile on the corner of Fat and Happy, and it's one of my favorites. Bob's Downtown Diner isn't just a great place to eat and home of the best French toast you'll ever eat. It's one of the best things you'll ever put in your mouth. It's also an important part of the community and not just the biker community.
I'm grateful, I'm grateful for the bikers that I meet from all over the country.
Bob's is a hot spot for bikers and very biker friendly, but it's also family friendly. I like to bring my kids here Sunday after church for brunch. Please visit my friend Tony Sawyer at Bob's Downtown Diner and check them out on the corner of fatandhappy.com.
Your home for Lex and Terry in the morning rocks your workday with Pretty Reckless.
When I go, just put up by rock and roll.
Foo Fighters.
Everything could ever be this forever.
And Linkin Park. Available on over 2,000 smart devices. The Gulf Coast Rock Station, TK101.
I'd like to introduce to you Martha Harris, owner of Eagles Talon Motorcycles in Pensacola, and one of the most patriotic people you'll ever meet.
I'm a patriot through and through. I will not let you disrespect my flag.
Martha is a veteran, a retired firefighter, and one of the biggest supporters of our biker community.
I absolutely love the motorcycle community and the riders, and they make this all worth my while.
So please stop by and visit Eagles Talon for your leather, patches, apparel, and a whole lot more. Eagles Talon on Copter Road in Pensacola, one of my favorite places in the world.
Your support is what makes Biker Dad TV possible, and the best way you can support us is just go punch the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Just search for TV Biker Dad, look for the logo, and hit subscribe. Hit that little bell in the corner too so it dings whenever we post a new video. We're posting new episodes every week, but there's all kinds of extra video that goes on the Biker Dad YouTube channel as well. Again, just search TV Biker Dad.
This week's Tech Tip is brought to you by Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson.
We're talking tech here on the Tech Tip for the Biker Dad Show, and believe it or not, even down here in the South, I live in Alabama, these things come in handy every once in a while. It was 34 degrees last Sunday when we started off on a 250-mile ride along the Gulf Coast in Alabama and Florida. 34 degrees. So you may not think you need them if you live somewhere like that, but Steve's here to talk to us about something that actually come in very handy pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, so heated grips are controlled on the clutch side grip. Control it right here. You've got 6 settings, 6 being the hottest, 1 being the least hot. And the grips do come in different styles, so you can get Kahuna Collection, you can get Streamliner, all heated. They do make a big difference. They really help with the palms of your hands and help with circulation inside of your hands. That's a big thing when you're riding in cold weather, is the circulation. You tend to lose the feeling. Heated grips really just helps you maintain feeling in the hands.
Yeah, and we were down here in Alabama, but the Biker Dad Show is on all over the country in cold places like St. Louis, and I was just in Knoxville where it was like 30 degrees too. So guys, these are kind of one of the cool things you can put on your bike that don't add a bunch of bulk and ugliness to it, but really can come in handy. That's our tech tip for the week, a way to keep warm. I know that my friends in Missouri and Kentucky and other places watching the Biker Dad Show really could use some gear like this, because you want to try to ride all year round, even when it gets a little cold. All right, we'll check in next week for another tech tip.
This is Biker Dad.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Klotz with the Stevenson Klotz Law Firm in Pensacola, and we're also in Alabama and Mississippi. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about bike cases. Being a rider myself, I know what it's like to have friends and close relations who have motorcycle accidents, and it's really difficult to get through those periods of times where you've got a loved one that's been hurt because of somebody else's negligence. It's important to have somebody that's familiar with motorcycles and motorcycle-related insurance issues and how to manage a case getting through a very complicated legal system in order to make sure that you get compensated to the best degree that you can. And these cases can be long and frustrating and emotional because you have a friend or a loved one who's been, usually in a motorcycle case, very seriously injured. I want you to know that we take motorcycle cases very seriously. We're at the end of that trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together. If we can help you put the pieces back together.
This is Biker Dad.
My favorite Biker Dad TV show episode so far. I want to thank Matt Powell with Matt Law here in Tampa for bringing the Biker Dad Show to the Tampa Bay area, and all of my sponsors as well. All right, that's all here from Tampa. Please look twice for motorcycles. Your support is what makes Biker Dad TV possible, and the best way you can support us is just go punch the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Just search for TV Biker Dad. Again, just search TV Biker Dad.